Thank you very much. This Abidjan Cycle, we started in 2021 and comes to an end in 2025, has been very successful as far as the Pan African Postal Union is concerned. We first saw the successful extraordinary Congress of the UPU, where very important issues were discussed, but the most important being the opening up of the UPU to wider postal sector players. To us as Africa, this happened at the right time, because this is the time when our operators need to be engaging with private sector players. But what would have been missing was the rules of engagement, which the UPU through the Congress managed to set out straight. And the next important thing that happened was on the technical support. You may be aware that Africa has a number of challenges, and the sector needs to be given support one way or the other. And on the technical side, we had a lot of support from UPU in terms of capacity building, in terms of organizing workshops to further elaborate on issues that are very critical to the sector. In this case, we had a lot of workshops that covered disaster risk management, remuneration, and also on the e-commerce readiness, an aspect which is very critical. As you know, that e-commerce is the growth window for postal sector, and what we have now is a chorus where all our players understand what needs to be done. It may be a matter of time before they are at the same level, but they are in the right direction. The next cycle is going to be important to the postal sector in Africa. Our priorities are just three. They can be further split into a number of areas, but the number one priority is the digitization of postal services, which is a necessity as the post is transitioning towards the digital space. And the second aspect is on customer care. We have seen that a lot is being done, but the customer is being left behind. We need to be more sensitive to the customer needs on issues like track and trace of items, and all this is going to, if introduced, is going to improve the quality that is offered to customers. And the third one, which is almost a given, is e-commerce. We want to see more tangible action on e-commerce, which would see the e-commerce volumes within the post going up. At the moment, the levels are very low, while globally e-commerce is on the increase. The main challenges, some of them are legacy challenges, some are quite new. The legacy challenges are financing. You find that our designated postal operators are not getting enough support in terms of capacitation, in terms of resourcing financially. If there were other businesses, they will be getting recapitalization programs, but a majority of them are not getting that. And this then compromises their ability to embark on projects like digitization, on projects like resourcing with capacitating themselves on areas like vehicles. So that is the major challenge. And then we also have challenges that have come as a result of requirements to enter certain markets like US and Europe, EAD requirements which our members were not ready for, and took time to get to the level that is expected. And these challenges, at the end of the day, they tend to shrink our members' ability to grow their market share. And we also have a situation where if you talk of the majority of African places in rural areas, they do not have power, electricity. And when you talk of digitalization, you need to have power, you need to have connectivity, and these are projects that we are hoping that in the next cycle they can be dealt with. In terms of projects that were initiated by the UPU, we had the e-commerce operational readiness project, which enabled our members to look at the elements on e-commerce which are related to the operational side of things. So over the years, UPU has been going through this in phases. Now we are on phase 3 or R3, and we believe that this has been successful in the sense that our members are now well aware, and some have taken steps to be compliant as far as the e-commerce ecosystem is concerned. And there is also the aspect of EAD compliance, which if it's not achieved, it means mail or parcels originating from Africa that are transiting through Europe would not get permission to pass through those markets, either going to Asia or going to Europe itself or to America. So UPU has gone out of its way to package projects that they have shared with the African operators, and as a result we are seeing compliance being met, and mail originating from Africa being transported and reaching those markets where they are destined to. When it comes to collaboration, for working with UPU, we are looking at capacity building. We intend putting in place experts in line with the regionalization strategy that UPU is going to pursue. We want to have experts in security, expert teams in transport, in remuneration, in disaster risk management, in postal reforms. And these experts can only be developed if we have technology transfer, knowledge transfer, which currently resides with or can be better mobilized by UPU. And that is one area where we would want to see a lot of collaboration. The aspect of power and connectivity needs projects funding to come from partners, so that our members can then have a situation where they address the power issues, they address the connectivity issues, and these may need partners even outside the postal sector, partners that may involve government-to-government engagement, and UPU will come in handy in terms of resource mobilization to share their experiences, to share their connections and partners who can then assist in that area. And also Africa, through the African Union Commission, and with the involvement of UPU and financing by France, they undertook a project, a study on the digitalization of postal services in Africa. And that study has a number of recommendations, and these recommendations are then to be translated to projects, and these projects would need either technology partners or financiers who can fund their implementation, working jointly with our designated operators. In terms of the new cycle, like for Africa, we are looking at the digitization of postal services. We are looking at customer-centric policies. We are also looking at e-commerce. So in terms of partnerships that would want to see, we would want to have a situation where our members get to the next level in terms of e-commerce. So there is the aspect of technology, there is the aspect of capacity building, and there is the aspect of market development, because this is another area where we have been lacking, where the market is not really consciously developed to make it aware of the capabilities of the post in the current setup. And in terms of capacitation, we would want to see deliberate capacity building with the collaboration of UPU, where our postal employees can get knowledge, technology transferred to them, so that they are better equipped to deal with the market demands. And on the area of advocacy with governments, we want again to see deliberate programs on conscientizing governments on the importance of the postal sector and on the importance of supporting the sector financially and otherwise, and also on the side of policy harmonization, development of relevant policies that deal with the current environment, so that the playing field is level, and so that again the designated operators have their hands untied, so that they are able to compete and they are able to deliver. And the most encouraging thing is that the UPU and PAPU are working very closely in a harmonious way, and this we would want to see also continuing, especially in the light of the regionalization agenda or strategy that is being put in place.